Well, it's about 3:30 today, and we just been doing a bunch of odds and ends, getting everything wrapped up after we got done with corn harvest yesterday. We got the grain, or the auger down, got it all cleaned up, all the corn that spilled and all that stuff. We're still drying corn. You can see the steam coming off of it. So we're finishing that up. That should be done in about an hour or so, actually. My dad brought the auger wagon home, got that emptied. That's in the holding bin, so we're basically done minus the dryer. Got to get that finished drying and then get that cleaned up as well. Got to get all the fines and bees wings and all that fun stuff cleaned up underneath the dryer, but hopefully that's be tomorrow's project. Today we just kind of been cleaning up other stuff like that, and now I'm in the combine. We're gonna blow this all off in the side yard here and get the heavy stuff blown off of this, and then tomorrow I want to, it's still awfully cold today, so tomorrow I'm hoping it's a little bit warmer, and I'll get all the shields off and do a more thorough cleaning or blowing off, and then that'd be tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's Saturday. So then Sunday's supposed to be in the, I think, around 30, or Sunday is supposed to be around 50. Tomorrow's around 30. So I want to wash up Sunday here. So want to get everything blown off of here that I can, get all the material that will more or less stick, get that off. So all this heavy stuff, you don't want to get that wet, so I'm gonna blow this stuff off, open up the side panels, blow that stuff off, and then tomorrow I'll pull all the panels for the rotor covers and all your miscellaneous shields and all that. I'll get that pulled off, and that way I can get everything cleaned up, blown off, and then we'll wash it up hopefully the next day. So pulled off in the side yard, got kind of a southwest wind, so I'm gonna blow all this heavy stuff, and then I'll just keep the combine running and keep rotating as needed to get all this heavy stuff off. So got the leaf blower there, so we'll get outside here and start blowing it off. With the snouts up, you can get all this stuff out of here, get it blown off, and then we'll oil up all these chains and grease everything. So now everything's opened up, we'll get to blowing this off. holding bin now is empty. It's all in the dryer, so once that gets done drying the top half, I'll shut the burner off. That way it just cools the bottom half of it, and then corn drying will be done. And then got all this stuff blown off. Still got a couple like little pieces I gotta hand pull out because they get intertwined and can't blow them off, but got it done. So I'm gonna run the combine, get all the there's still some corn in the auger from blowing it out, so I'll get all that stuff cleaned out into the combine. Then the head cart sitting over there, I'll go grab it and put the head on it, and then I'll finish blowing off the head the rest of the way once I get it off the combine. So right now we'll start her up and just get everything basically cleaned up, and as you can see, all the dust coming off of it. So still got a couple leaves and stuff in there, so got some pieces of kernels coming in, but just basically trying to get all the bigger stuff off and get it done. So we'll run this for a little bit, get it all cleaned up, and then we'll drop the head. Well, got the corn all dried and the dryer's empty. We got to get the boot off that, get that out of there, so then that boot doesn't get any water in it and either crack it from freezing or ruin the corn in there. So get that hopefully tomorrow, and then want to take the leaf blower and blow all this fines and all that out of there and get all that stuff out of there, because you don't want that sitting on your tube because that will rot it. So we'll get that. And then these doors, so on these farm fans you got a bottom door that flips down, and then these doors all the way along here, they have little wedges in them right here. You take them out and then you can open that, clean out the corn that's in that auger. So we'll hopefully get that tomorrow. Hopefully my uncle works on that. If the weather's not too bad, we'll hopefully get this done, and then really should get that all cleaned off too, but hopefully the leaf blower will get that. The problem is the steam from it makes it stick, so hopefully we can get it off. If not, I'm not sure. Ideally you'd want to power wash it, but we don't have any water down here. The nearest would be the steer hydrant over there, and that's quite a ways away and don't have that long of a hose. But I didn't go up into the big bin there. Don't know how much is in it, but it was down about 3/4 of a ring, so it should be about a ring or half a ring down. So I'll check that here later, but did pretty good. Just wish could have gotten started earlier on picking, but all this just took way longer than it should have with the natural gas and the wiring and all that stuff. But it is what it is. We got done, so that's the main thing. So it's getting late, so gonna just do a couple odds and ends around here before milking. So I'll get you guys back out tomorrow. So I haven't filmed anything in a few days, but been cleaning up the place, getting everything ready for winter time, and got a little bit of rain last night, but not a whole lot, just enough to basically settle the dust. But got the grain dryer all cleaned out, got all the pad cleaned up, had these doors on the bottom open up. This one's kind of like a side door, you got two on each side. That's for your each individual columns. Then that bottom door runs all the way along, or has doors all the way along the bottom. That's for your auger. So you clean these out to get everything out of the columns, that way nothing gets stuck, and then those clean out the auger. So we did that, cleaned all that stuff up, and then I spent about 4 hours blowing off that combine. Got it all done, and it's all ready to get washed up. Gonna get that washed up today, and the semi is what I want to do, and get the semi back up at the neighbors, and the combine in the shop so we can look it over this winter. Then we just been doing a bunch of odds and ends, cleaning things up. So been pretty busy the last few days, but we're getting things ready for winter. So got the semi started up, gonna get it washed up first and get it put away. So we'll pull it up to the house and get it washed up. So I got all done washing up the semi and got that put up at the neighbors. Turned out really nice. That image wash really does a good job taking off all the dust and dirt. So it's all ready to go be stored, and hopefully here probably beginning of the year or early spring we'll start hauling some grain, but not sure if I'll haul it or we'll have a truck company haul it, because sometimes it's cheaper just to have them haul it to these places. So we'll see how things go, but it's all washed up, put inside, so that's the main thing. But now I'm in the shop. I was gonna get the combine washed up, but it's already I think it's almost 3 o'clock, so that's gonna be tomorrow's project, and it's gonna be a little cooler. I think it's high of 38 or something like that, where today was almost 50. So gonna be a little cooler, but that washing up the combine takes a lot out of you, so it'll keep me warm anyways. But still gotta clean out the hopper, get that blown out, and empty the rock trap, and the bottom of the auger has 2 plates you drop out and clean that out, so I gotta still do that, but that'll be tomorrow. But I guess I didn't show this either. This is the old flatbed truck we got. It's a 2000 F450 with the 7.3. Got a leak in the radiator there. Put a hole in it somewhere, and as you can tell, pretty dirty, which being a farm truck kind of gets neglected at times. But we try to do regular maintenance, but some things get overlooked every once in a while, which I really don't know how you're supposed to clean that out anyways, because it's down in here, and I don't know how you get in between here. So it is what it is. But yeah, so but got a radiator coming. It should be here tomorrow, so we'll get this thing put back together, get it out of here, because it doesn't need to be in here. It'll go in the shed. But combine is getting worked on. Haven't showed this either, but the elevator here, this one's shot, got a hole in it, so bought a new one from, I can't remember where we got this from. It's not a John Deere because this is about a quarter price of a Deere. And this being our wheat machine, it only gets about 100 to 120 acres ran through it a year, so it doesn't need the John Deere stuff in it, but this will work for us. So that's going in, but kind of on the back burner now because got other projects, but that's that. So this thing, if you guys remember the bearing, blower bearing locked up on me in there, we're gonna get to, I guess, kind of working on it in a way. Got to get it, I think you got to pull this tire off to get to it, or it's gonna make it a lot easier because it's right back, you can't really see, but it's right here. So to pull this off, you'll be able to work on all that. So what we're gonna do is drop the head, put it right in this corner here. So I gotta get all this stuff moved. Gonna set it right here. That way it's more or less out of the way because we got the post here for the loft. So we'll set it here, and then I should be able to come in, park it more or less straight with that, so it's off on the side because our door being right here, it's kind of sticking over. So want to get that over and get that in place so when we do have time to work on it, it's ready to go and we can start working on it. So, but yeah, it's gonna get it blown off. I got it somewhat blown off, but I just took the leaf blower, so I'm going to take compressed air, get all the nooks and crannies and all that stuff, get all the stuff like in all your pulleys and stuff and all that good stuff, because as you can see, mice are already getting into it, but it is what it is. If you guys know of any good mice bait, let me know, because we're trying a little bit of everything and can't seem to keep mice out of the shop. So if you guys have some good mice bait or something in that neighborhood, let me know, because we've tried I think about 3 different kinds now, and nothing's really working. It seems like it slows them down and then they come right back. So, and we have the bait out all the time. So if you guys could just let me know, and hopefully get some of these stopped. So now we'll get this thing, we'll move all this stuff and drop that in here and get this set in here right. So as you can see, did not get the chopper back in here last night. Had a couple people come get some straw and firewood, and then I blew off the chopper, and that took longer than wanted it to, and then I washed it up to get all the dust off of it. So when it's in here, we're not having all that stuff fall off. But then I got that done, and then I had to load up 200 bales of straw, so it was late by then. And need to still get this stuff kind of cleaned up. I gotta get this stuff out of here, sweep all this stuff, move that stuff, and all that good stuff still. So gonna get that done here this morning. And then the radiator for this truck's supposed to be in. So I like to get it done, but I might wait on doing that because it's supposed to get cold here. So I think I'm gonna try washing up the combine. That's gonna take a good portion of the day because I'm gonna wash the outside first, get that all the grime off of it, and then I'll wash the, I guess, inside of it, get all like the, I guess, main stuff washed up, which this is not too critical because it's not really that dirty per se. It doesn't have the dust like this stuff's got on it, but we'll still get that washed up, and then get it back in the shop too tonight because it's supposed to get down into the 20s, so don't want nothing freezing on it because if you get the water in the bearings, you'll have issues with that. So yeah, I got a busy day, a lot of cleaning really, so we'll get at it here this morning, but got to get this first, get the chopper put in here, so we'll get all this stuff sweeped up, moved around, and get the head in that corner area, and then we'll put the chopper back like it was. So we'll get the cleaning up here and get that in here. So got the chopper put in here, got this area all cleaned up, got the head put in here, and we got enough room to where we can walk around here in case we gotta work on something on this side. And then this side is the side we're going to be doing majority of the work on, I believe, because the bearing is right behind this tire here where the pulley is. So we're gonna have to take everything out this way, I think. So wanted more room in this area, so that's why I put it like this. And then we got room enough to work behind the chopper here too. So I think that's a good spot for it. And then cleaned up the whole shop here. It was a mess. I had a lot of mud drug in here from pulling the equipment in when it was muddy out, but got that all cleaned up. And then the radiator came in here, and hopefully get that put in tonight, tomorrow time, something like that, because if we got straw deliveries, we're gonna need this because it's getting back cold again. So I need to get this put in here shortly. But today I want to get this thing worked on. It's already, I think, 12:30, 1 o'clock now. So want to get this out, get the tank cleaned out, and the auger where the corn sits in there. So want to get this pulled out, get that blown out, and then power wash it and get it back in here. But before that, we'll clean up the floor too, get all the mud and dirt out of here too. So we'll get this thing fired up here, pull it outside, and start cleaning out the hopper, and then we'll go ahead and power wash it. So got the combine all cleaned out, got it all blown off and everything, so we'll get ready to clean it up. It's not too bad in here. Didn't get sat out in the rain any, so everything came off no problem. So it was just the fine dust, and leaf blower makes quick work of that. But got all the dust on the outside. When it dews, it makes the dust stick to it. So we'll get her all washed up though, get it looking nice again. So in the waterproof jacket and everything, so keep dry some because it's starting to get cold out here. It's about 34, 35 degrees. So gotta get this done today because I think it's supposed to cool off again. So I got the lift out here so I can get up high and get that all washed, and got the brush and everything. So we'll get at this thing and get her cleaned up. got the combine washed off. I don't know if you can see it though, the windows are actually freezing up. It dropped pretty fast when I started washing, so got majority of it. Didn't get as good as I like to have, but got 90% of it anyways. But pulling it in the shop, that way it can be in the warm shop instead of sitting outside being cold with the bearings. So we'll get pulled in here, and then I gotta go give my dad some fuel. Took my dad some fuel and was putting it in my truck because it's got the fuel tank on it, and went to go pull away from the fuel barrels, and it made a popping sound and I lost my power steering. I blew a hose on the pump itself, so I gotta get that fixed. So I had to take the tank and stuff off my truck and put it in the farm truck and go take that. So it took a little bit longer than I wanted to, but it is what it is. Got the combine in the shop. It's basically, for the most part, it's dried off. You can see how clean it is now, and definitely want to get it waxed up this winter. Ran out of time last winter, but hopefully I have time this year to get this thing waxed up and get it looking nice again. But you can see how much water dripped off. It definitely was running off of it. I parked it, where's the drain? Drains, yeah, right there. So everything's running into it, but you can see how much it's ran off. But this is what I was talking about on not being able to get it all cleaned up. I wanted to get it blown, or when you're washing it, it blows it around, and I wanted to get it washed and then go back over it and get it all off. But ran out of time because it started freezing on me. But you can see it shines it up pretty good though. I think yeah, you can't quite tell because we ain't got good enough light back here, but I did polish the back of this, and it does shine a little bit better than the sides, but I didn't get as good as I wanted to on the back. But hopefully we'll have time this winter to get this thing all waxed up and get it looking nice again. But getting all the water off of it, so don't have any issues with it. But parked it here because the drain's here, so all the water will go in the drain instead of sitting in the back. But I think it's dripped off good enough. It's been sitting here for about an hour now, I guess. So I'm gonna put it back in the corner, and then I gotta work on this truck. My dad said, well, we got 50 bales to go out tomorrow, so we'd like to take this. We can put it on the other truck, but it's a little easier putting it on here. So I gotta get the radiator put in, and then I gotta flush the system because it had a bunch of nasty black sediment stuff in the bottom. So I'm gonna slap the radiator in there. I won't fill it up with any coolant or anything. I'll take it outside with a garden hose and catch all the I guess the sediment stuff in the bottom, get it flushed out, and then we'll put coolant in it. We got coolant for it, so should be able to get this done tonight here and get this thing ready for tomorrow. And then we'll get it pulled outside, and then I'll get my truck pulled in here so I can get the power steering line fixed on it, because kind of need my truck. So yeah, that's the plan. So we'll get this swept up here real quick. There's not a whole lot here because this was clean. So I just got a little dab to sweep up here, and then we'll pull the combine in here and then start working on that truck. So I'm just gonna leave this here for now and put this radiator in first, because the auger's about to hit the door, so to move it I'll have to open the door, and there's no point in doing that to let all my heat out until I get this ready to go, because I can back this up quite a ways. So we'll just get this thing going, then we'll put it in there, so let this dry off some more anyways. But figure I'll show you guys how to put this in. It's pretty straightforward process here. This it's got 2 tabs to go down. One's right there, and then the other one's on this side. It just slides down in there, and then you bolt it up on top here. So pretty straightforward. It only takes maybe half hour to an hour. So we'll get this going here real quick and get this thing back in service. So you kind of just set it up there, and then we'll come in from the bottom, and should be able to see these are your tabs, and it's not quite lined up here. Just gonna, yeah, there it went. So, and then we got put a couple lines on and get this shroud on. So we'll go back up top and finish up top. So the top basically has the same as the bottom. This piece here goes over that and then bolts up here. So you got two on each side. You just put bracket kind of back in same, and then line up your hole, and there you have it. So we'll bolt this up here, and then we'll go back down and put the hoses on. Well, got the radiator in, got the bottle put back in, got all the lines hooked up underneath. Gotta check to see if I got any leaks once I get the water put in it, but this is what was in the bottom of it. As you can see, the bottom is coolant, and then the top stuff is whatever this stuff is, but it stinks really bad. I don't know if it's oil from the oil cooler going out once and somebody didn't flush it out or whatever, but we're gonna get this pulled outside and flush it out with some water and run it and get all the nasty stuff out of it. That way it's good to go. So then we can put clean coolant in it and have a nice clean coolant in the truck. So we'll get her fired up here. We'll back it up so we can get the combine up in here, and then we can get this truck pulled outside. So we'll fire her up and get her moved. So got this flushed and got the coolant back in it. It's about up to there. So we'll see how it looks in the morning. Don't have any leaks or nothing, so I'm hoping everything's all right. My dad's got to take the 50 bales tomorrow, so we'll see how it does. But for right now, I'd say it should be fixed. So hopefully tomorrow goes good with it and don't have any issues with it anymore. But it's getting late now, so I'm gonna head on in. But I'll get you guys back out tomorrow.